How to read a scientific article. This presentation will break down each section of an article, highlight key points to understand articles, and help you understand articles using scientific notation. The title. The title is an important source of information. Keep in mind key terms in the title when researching a paper. The abstract. Read through the abstract. Do not turn away from an article due to scientific terms you do not know. It is best to read the abstract twice. The abstract is also a good indication if the paper follows your research interests. Figures and tables. The figures are summaries of what the article is examining and the results found. Do not worry if you don't understand the figures initially. The figures will assist with understanding the paper when you read it through. Article outline. If the figures are similar to your research, the next step is to follow the outline of the paper. Examine the section titles for additional details on the article. References. Examine the reference section for additional articles related to the topic. If an article does not fit your research, do not ignore it right away. There may be an article which fits your research. Review. Make sure to read through the paper carefully to understand the experiment, then a second time making notes. Let's use these techniques on a new paper. Again, when first reading a paper, you want to look for keywords in the title. Reading the abstract can also be very useful. Next, scan the paper for figures and data tables. This will indicate the methods, results, and what is being studied without reading the paper. You do not need to understand the figures fully. It is to provide a basis of the paper before reading it. Next, read through the section titles within the introduction, discussion, and results section. You can use the table of contents as a guide. Keep in mind the references will also have further possible resources. Here is one last example. Remember to first look through the abstract, figures, and titles of each section. Once you understand the basis of the article, read through the section titles. It is important to take each step before reading through the article fully. When reading through the paper the first time, pause and refer back to the figures as they are mentioned. After understanding key points of the article, read through the entire paper carefully. Then, go through the paper highlighting interesting points. Following these steps will avoid noting minor information. Make sure to follow these steps when reading any scientific article, and remember not to be overwhelmed with the content at first.